Hello. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Rise and Grind, where we give you quick business tips that will give you a better buzz than your morning coffee. I'm your host, Tanya Marie Figueres Kreisinger, more easily known as Tanya MFK. So, guess what? It's Instagram week. Yep, we've been focusing on the ever elusive Instagram. So if you missed yesterday's episode, go back, watch it here in the group, or check us out on our YouTube channel. We've covered all the reasons that you can no longer ignore Instagram. You can't just blow it off and be like, oh, it's for the birds or the millennials or whatever excuse that you're using. It's powerful for business, guys. So go back there, get the details, get your business account, and then catch up with us here because today we are talking about hashtags. Hashtag exciting. Woo, 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 woo. Right? Love them or hate them, guys. There's power in the hashtag. Hashtag masters of the universe. So why? Why should we be using hashtags? Because hashtags can grow your audience. That's how people find you. And don't we want to be found? We want people to find us. Businessly speaking. Businessly, can I make that a word? I want to make that a word now. But you got to use the right combination of hashtags. You're not just going to be like, blah, vomit everywhere hashtag, okay? Like there's a finesse, as we talked about. There's a fanciness, there's a steez, there's a style, right? That's what we got to do. So how does it work? Every time you post something and write your little caption and some hashtags, Instagram organizes and categorizes your photos or your posts, which helps optimize it and help it get discovered, right? So let's say you post a picture of a tractor. I live in a small village, people. Like, these are the things that are top of mind for me. Okay, so let's say you put up a picture of a tractor and you're like, hashtag tractor, hashtag big wheels, hashtag John Deere, right? That's a thing. Then someone who's really into tractors is going to go to the search or an Instagram. They're like, let me find somebody. Like, I really like tractors, so like tractors. Everybody who's used that hashtag tractors or John Deere, whatnot, is going to filter into that space. So they're going to see that and be like, oh, I like this particular tractor photo. Click and be like, oh, that's Tanya. She seems interesting, because who wouldn't? And click, follow. Well, totally works, right? So you're over here thinking like, oh, hashtags, I'm just being cute. I'm just using like neat things to like describe my photo. There's actually some work going on behind the scenes. There's actually something that like does something. It's more than just a style. It does something, okay? So just one other quick example. Let's say you're vegan, right? And you type vegan into your search. You're going to find all kinds of vegan posts. And maybe as you see that, you're like, I mean, that's pretty broad. It could be restaurants. It could be, like a PETA thing and animal rights, and it could be recipes. So maybe you're like, wow, I'm really just kind of here for the recipes. So you're going to find like, oh, that's a picture of some really cute cashew cheese thing. And you click on it, and now you just found like, oh, wow, they post all kinds of cashew cheese things. I love it. I'm going to follow them. Right? So if tractors didn't float your boat, maybe the vegan thing will at least make more sense to you. But that's my life now, okay? At least until November. So, really quickly though, if you don't actually know how to write a hashtag, it's that little tic-tac-toe symbol that we used to call a pound sign. For us old people here, the good old pound sign. So all you're going to do is type that, and then you're going to type whatever word you're wanting to hashtag, and voila, you've made a hashtag. Boom, done. Just in case, you never know. Like maybe you haven't hashtagged before. There are under rock people. So yeah, you got that done now. So is this like making sense? Hashtag, I totally understand. Yeah. All right. So you got the why, you got the how. Let's talk about the different types of hashtags. Yes, there are types. The first and more broad one is general, right? And like kind of the definition of general. Often referred to as like the top hashtags. So we get excited. We're like, oh, well, these are the top. They're clearly the best. So these are the ones I should be using. It's very misleading. It's true, misleading. Okay, so let's get to the point. In what we want to do is this. Well, let me go back. Okay, so general. These are things that are like hashtag love, hashtag life, hashtag sunshine. General, like it could be anything. Hashtag life, like you broke your foot. Hashtag life, you're on vacation. Hashtag life, your toddler slammed his hand in the door, right? Like it could be anything. So if I was searching life on Instagram, can we search for life on Instagram or social media? You're going to get a jumble of tons of stuff, right? So just because they're the top, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be effective for your business. You use that hashtag and you're going to be lumped in with the 700 million other people that are using that tag. So it's going to be hard for people to find you. So instead of using the super general hashtags, you can find a version of those that are top trending, but still more specific and niche to your industry or what you're steezing about. Okay, so there are a few ways to do this. One way is you could literally just go online and go to Google and be like, top hashtags for travel. And you're going to get a ton of websites that are going to show up that you can click on. The problem for me is that can't say that I have found like a very specific website that I can totally rely on or is up to date or anything like that. Sometimes they're outdated and hashtags can change. So if you know of one, please share it in the comments below because that would be awesome. But if nothing else, at least it gives you a good start. So if you're totally new to the hashtag game, you're just like, I don't even like what. It gives you some good ideas. You can be like, oh, okay, I see this version. Like, it's not just healthy food. It could be healthy living. It could be clean eating, paleo, right? And all of a sudden, it's getting more specific. And you're like, oh, I never thought of that. And you might come up with some own ideas to check. So it's a good place to start. You can do that. The next thing that you can do, and this is probably one of the most effective, is go into your Instagram account and click on the little magnifying glass, which means search. Go to that search spot. Now, when you click on it, it's going to open like a kind of a search section. You need to actually click on the field. Okay, when you click on that search field, there's going to be some headers that open up. And those headers that open up are going to be these next 4, I think. So the first one is top. It's going to say top. And what that is, it's going to be people that they think you might want to follow. So top influencers, celebrities, just kind of depends on, they try to curate it. So if you're already following people, they're going to try to like go, oh, well, if they like this person, they might like that. Or if you're new, it might just be a hodgepodge of anything, people who are popular, big people, popular. Next section is going to be people. That again, it's kind of like top, like they're going to suggest people you might want to follow, but this is more going to be like your Facebook friends or somehow that some algorithm knows you're connected or something, instead of say Beyonce. And then the next section is tags. That's the place we're going to want to be. But just to follow up and continue what we're talking about of this section, the next one is places. And the places, these are posts that people have hashtag places that they're at, right? And this can be helpful. Like say you're out somewhere, you're out in Hollywood and you're like, oh, I want to know like what's around here. What should I do? Let me see what people have been posting in this area. So maybe you see like this post of this super amazing ice cream place and you're like, oh, look, it says it's right here, like hashtag Hollywood. You click on it. And actually when you click on a location, when somebody has like put geolocation on it, you can click on that and then you get to a map, and I mean it's like super like awesome. And this is great for those of you out there who have a physical location, like okay, this is a great thing. So anyway, that's what places does. So you have top, people, tags, and places. Those are the ones that will come up. For this, we want to go back to the tag section, the tag header. So you go there and type a subject like food. And what's going to happen, it's going to pull up all the tags, hashtags that are popular. And when you do food, the actual ones that come up, the top ones, you're going to see food porn, food, foodie, and food blogger. And it keeps going. Like you can keep scrolling, right? God knows you could always keep scrolling. So you can keep scrolling. But like you might have thought like hashtag food would be the most obvious. actually hashtag food porn is the top. And you're going to start seeing combinations and different ones, and you will actually see how many times people have hashtag that in a post. You'll see something like, 17 million posts of this thing, or 300,000, which will also kind of tell you how popular or niche or whatnot that it may be. So this is a great place to start that has real good factual current evidence of what's trending, what's niche, whatnot. So go through that and kind of start jotting down ones that make sense for your business, or maybe a current post you're looking at and how many are on there, and just start to kind of get an idea of the ones you want to try out. So you're going to do that. Now, what I had said earlier, right, is that just the top trending isn't always the best. So I suggest starting out with a combination of a couple of the top trending ones. So, get a few, like maybe it is hashtag food and hashtag food porn, but then also bring in a couple more specific. So say if you do something like hashtag entrepreneur, so then something more specific would be hashtag online business coach, right? It's a little more specific than just entrepreneur. Then you can sprinkle in like anything that's related specifically to that post. So say it's something motivational, so you're like hashtag mindset, hashtag personal development, hashtag social media marketing, hashtag working the dream. I mean, it goes on and on. So that's how you kind of get like some of the biggies, some of the something from a different subject, kind of mix it all together. Okay. And don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. I know you want to sometimes. Don't get lazy. And what I mean is, don't just post the same set of hashtags. You're like, okay, these make sense. Boom. And just copy paste every single time. That's what you're throwing on your post. Don't do it. Because like I said, hashtags are, they go, there's like an ebb and flow, and things change, man. Things change. And in these days, they change fast. So you could be using one that like you're like, I don't use that anymore. That's like old news. And it's all about this tag now. It gets really intricate, but just test it. That's what you need to do. And if you're noticing that you're like, oh, okay, we're not getting a lot of new followers, new likes, you need to find other ways for people to discover you, which means maybe adding some new hashtags. Now, it's okay to keep some tried and trues, and if that's working, and it may make sense, but don't just keep doing the same ones, because your posts are going to change. So if you have a picture of a dog, then like hashtag dog, hashtag cute Wednesday, whatever is going to go on there. Like your next post that doesn't have a dog, it kind of doesn't make sense, right? So again, don't get lazy. And when you do hashtags that are totally irrelevant to your post, people actually get pissed, and that's like a spammy thing. So make sure they're really relevant to what you're posting. So you might be like, okay, well, crap, how do I keep up with what's current? How do I like know what's going on? So the third way to get up on your hashtag game is to see what other people are using. Okay. See what other people are using. See what other people are posting. Follow the big guys in your industry. That's a great one. They don't tend to have to use, well, it depends. Sometimes they go crazy on the hashtag. Sometimes they use a little. But like see what they're using. See what your competition is using. See what your followers or audience or people who are like your followers or audience are using. You may discover something. Okay? So that's how you stay current. Now, so we talked about general, right? We're still in the different types of hashtag section. Woo, okay. That was general. That was the general hashtags that you're kind of going through. So the second type of hashtag are branded hashtags. These are hashtags that are unique to you. Just you. It can be your company name, your tagline, product, name of a campaign that you're running, or even nothing with your name, but your brand identity. So say you're like hashtag healthy eating Anaheim, right? Until Orange County. That it's not maybe the name of your company, but it's kind of like, this is what I'm about. So that's like your brand identity, right? So you can also do that as a branded hashtag. So if any of you follow me on my digital nomad Instagram, which is Nomad No Problem, I use general hashtags like travel and digital nomad, but then I also use our name, Nomad No Problem, and I use Check My Steez with, Czech Republic, Check My Steez, and Check Mex, because, Czech, Mexican, all the time. And trust me, like, Checkmex is not a very common hashtag. But it's something that just adds a little uniqueness, and it's definitely me. And if anyone else hashtags it, then it's like kind of connected. Okay, so branded hashtags connect themes for you and your audience. You can also use them to promote a campaign. So say it's like hashtag free entrance nights or something. You have an event and maybe once a week or something you have a free night. So that's about your campaign. It's not the name of your business or a tagline, but it's like the name about, it's a hashtag about what you're doing. Okay, so somebody else might show up and be like, oh, I'm here at the awesome gallery, hashtag free entrance nights. And somebody's like, free entrance night? Oh, that sounds great. Ooh, domino effect, people are at your business. Amazing. Number 3, third type of hashtags, community hashtags. So these are hashtags that are more specific and they're connecting people that have things in common. So there's one that's called hashtag I travel alone. This is one that I used to use a lot when I was single and alone. This is a community of people, of women more specifically, who are traveling alone. They're trying to get rid of that stigma and fear and concern of like, oh my God, there's a woman traveling alone. It's so dangerous and scary. Not. Oh my God, it's not. And that's what they're doing. So all these awesome women who are out there traveling and doing their thing all by their little old lonesome are using that hashtag I travel alone. So if you ever check it out, you could see like what all these amazing women are doing and handling business on their own, being out there traveling. So it's kind of, and then, you know, if you're in there, you kind of see other people like, oh, hey, you're doing what I'm doing. And like, there's a community, right? So there's another one that's actually called hashtag I have this thing with floors. Guess what that's about? It's like pictures of floors and like different textures and stuff. And like other people are like, oh my God, that's me too. I'm totally that person. And they can go and like post the same thing. And it's a community. Like it's amazing. As I mentioned before, it's best to check your audience and influencers in your industry and see what's current to your business. You want to make sure that you understand what this hashtag is about, just because you hear about it and you're like, oh, that sounds great. It makes sense. I'm going to do it. Because if you heard, like, this was a little ways back, but Domino's really effed up when they used a hashtag called hashtag why I stayed. And that was to create a conversation around domestic violence. So it was like a very serious topic, and a lot of people were sharing their experiences and whatnot. And Domino's used that hashtag to promote their pizza. People weren't very happy about it. Like, faux pas much? Hashtag no bueno. Yeah, it wasn't good. And they had to really like fix some things. So make sure that you're not going to piss a bunch of people off or offend people or just like literally stick your foot in your mouth by not understanding exactly what the purpose and communities are using these hashtags for. All right. So that's it for that huge section. Types of hashtags. You guys are all still with me? Is this making sense? Like, yes, hashtags. Never probably said the word hashtag so many times than I have right now. So how do you organize them? Like, oh, there's so many hashtags I could be using. Like, how do I keep track? So I wish I could tell you some amazing, sexy way to do this, but like I put it in my OneNote. I'm a big OneNote fan. It's a Microsoft thing. I put it in OneNote. I have like huge sections. Like these are my travel hashtags. And anytime I see something new that I like I add it to it. Same with my business. Same with food. Like I have a whole setup of like hashtags that I like to use and always adding and upgrading and changing stuff. So you could do that. Another real handy way is on your phone in like a notes section, because most Instagram pretty much is all done mobily. It's really hard to do it desktop. There are some things, but for the most you're going to be using it on your mobile. So if you have it like hashtag set up on your mobile somewhere, it makes it really easy to copy and paste and move those over. Excel, right? Like Excel, your spreadsheets. I know, not exciting. If you have a way, maybe you're like, oh, I've totally heard about this business, or I know this. Like, I know there are some businesses and websites that exist for this, but I haven't used them, so I can't recommend anything. But enlighten us. If you know, Tell us, or your tips and tricks. Maybe you just do something really awesome, and that's awesome. So tell us about it. But yeah, that's what I do. How many hashtags? 30. You can use 30 hashtags on your post. Now, should you? You probably won't do it all the time. However, starting off, I say go ahead. Go ahead and do it because you need to test it out. You need to see what works. You need to learn your consequences. Sometimes you'll see like, oh man, when I do this, I just get a bunch of like spammy people like commenting things that make no sense. Like you'll a lot of people do these automatic replies, and like I'll put a post of like, I don't know, a hot dog, and like I'll get some posts like nice work, and you're like, you clearly have an auto messenger going on. So you'll see those a lot, but you'll start to kind of learn like, okay, when I use this goes really well. These don't go so well. So like in the beginning, go for it. Like max out those 30 each post and see what's working. What you will tend to do after that is kind of narrow it down and learn what works best, or what type of posts and what type of photos or videos or all of that. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm at 22. Sometimes I'm at 12. Rarely am I ever under 10 though. Like I'm big on my hashtags because that works for me. Some people get plenty of engagement without that. I mean, it's whatever works for you. There's no like magic bullet. But a good ratio to stick to, at least as far as like your fundamentals, is go with like 3 to 5 of the big ones, like those kind of general ones, hashtag foodie. Like I've used that in some of my food stuff. Start with like 3 to 5 of those, and then do 3 to 5 of your super niche ones, like, hashtag village life in Biskopty, Czech Republic. Okay, it's a really long hashtag. Don't ever do something that long, but like niche, right? Woo, totally tiny. And then do like 1 to 3 of your like personal branding or promotion or community tags. So for me, I do a lot of the, like we'll do hashtag build a biz, hashtag biz builders, stuff like that, start business. So I would say, that's your best way to start. When in doubt, like use that as your core, and then whatever fluff you kind of put in around that based on your post, do that. Make sure not to clutter your post though. Instagrammers aren't really like stoked on the like, here's my post and then here's like 2 paragraphs of information. Sometimes I can't help it and I write a bunch of stuff, but I really try not to. Look how much I talk. Can you imagine like writing? I don't make it all cluttered. So there are some ways to do that. I'm not going to go into that right now, but just clean it up, and you can create space basically. And again, you're gonna have to look up some hacks. There's special ways to do that. But you create, here's your little caption and your like couple hashtags, and then create a bunch of space, and then put the rest of your hashtags down there. Another way, which I do a lot too, is in your comments. So I will put up a post on my caption. I'll have a couple of hashtags on there, and then I comment on my own post with the rest of my hashtags. It keeps it clean. Sometimes if I want to share my Instagram post on Facebook, then I don't want it to be like a bazillion hashtags as well, because there's no point on Facebook. So yeah, just keep it clean. Like, don't just word vomit a bazillion hashtags. But so yeah, like there it is. We covered why do it, because hashtag discovery, how it works, hashtag organizes and optimizes your content, different types of hashtags, hashtag top trending, hashtag branded, hashtag community, organizing, hashtag Excel or notes section on your phone. How many hashtags? Hashtag depends. Gonna have to test it out, but no more than 30. And that's it, guys. Like, you are hashtag ready to hashtag handle this. Like, oh my God, hashtag I don't know how to speak normal anymore. Hashtag. So please let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think. Ask questions. Do you need something clarified? Something doesn't make sense. Maybe there's something specific to your business and you're like, well, Tanya, this all makes sense, but I still don't understand how this works for my mulching company. It will. It totally will. So ask me about it and I will give you answers. Or maybe you just want to schedule a free 30-minute session. You can do that too. We do 30-minute, you'll meet with me, 30-minute free strategy sessions as well. So just reach out, like talk to me. Come and talk to me. And then, get answers. Make it happen. Follow me on Instagram at Tanya MFK. 222 Instagram plug right there. And see you tomorrow for more Instagram week. Instagram. Bye bye everybody. Have a good one. Hashtag good day. I don't know why I keep saying, I'm not like a singer, but I just sing things that I talk. Okay. Bye.